it's John from I Dig High Tones, and I'm getting ready to head back to the UK for another metal detecting adventure. But I thought what I would do for anyone who is contemplating going to the UK or traveling anywhere else to metal detect, especially if you're traveling outside the US, I thought I would give you a primer on how I pack, what equipment I take, where I put it, so it can help you in planning and preparing for whatever trip you might have in mind. Let's take a look. Okay, let's do a little inventory. So I'm taking the XP Deus 2. I've got the 9-inch coil, the 11 by 13-inch coil, and over here the high frequency coil. Now the high frequency coil is connected, so I've broken it down with the screws attached here, but apart, so it'll fit into my carry-on. I've got the upper stem of the XP Deus 2 there, and I've got the two lower stems for the 9-inch and the 13-inch coils there. In addition, I've got my headphones, the WSA 2s and the WS6 headphones in there, both fully charged. Everything has been fully charged, so I'm ready to go and hit the ground, maybe just do a top-off charge the night I arrive. In addition to the headphones and the coils and stems, I have a handy harness, which I do use, especially when I'm using the 11 by 13-inch coil for an extended period of time. It takes some of the weight off of the swing, transfers it to the shoulder. Also have, of course, the remote control here, and I'll come back to the remote control in a minute. So those are my sort of detecting gear pieces here. Now let's talk about my accessories. So I've got my fines box here and my fines bag, which is a marine grade bag, easy to clean. I've got two sets of, let's call it implements or tools to do some quick cleaning in the field, brushes and some magnifying glass. This is a charger for the high frequency coil, and I'll put that right back there with the coil. I also have two pinpointers. So my primary is the MI6, which is the XP pinpointer, and then I also have the Garrett pinpointer without the battery. In addition, I've got sort of some black tape, which can always come in handy, and a little bag here with things that I probably won't need, a backup adapter for the coil charger. I've got my water wire for the XP down to the coil head, some miscellaneous small tools, and just a couple of backup items that might come in handy. I also have knee pads. I've got a couple of sharp looking hats, which I will change throughout the trip. I've got Frog Togger, which is a rainproof jacket and set of pants, which comes in real handy and folds up into this nice little carry bag here. I think I got that at Walmart for maybe $20 a few years ago, and it's lasted several trips so far, so good investment there. I don't anticipate the weather being brutally cold, but from Amazon, I got this little balaclava, this little face mask, which I've used in winter when shoveling snow, and it's actually quite warm. So, you know, very inexpensive investment. We'll have that. It's very light, and when we're packing, weight is a critical factor in what I take and what I don't take. I've got a series of gloves here. I got two new pairs of gloves and two older pairs of gloves. The older pair of gloves I may leave behind in England if they, depending on the condition they're in at the end of the tour. I'm also taking some of these leftover COVID latex gloves because if we're out on a particularly rainy day, I can wear them underneath these gloves to give me some extra waterproof protection while out in the field, keep my hands warm, especially if it's a cold or windy day. Right, so coming back to here, what I try to do is lay out these pieces with the charger so I don't leave anything behind. So again, this is the remote for the XP, and there's the 3 multi-prong charging cord for it, which will charge the remote, will charge the coil, and charge the headphones. I also have this handy portable charger here with its plug-in cord, and it has a nice meter on it, will indicate the charging strength, and I will charge this in the hotel room the night before, bring it with me to the field just in case I need to top off or need an extra charge. I've got some headphones here for my phone in case I want to listen to some music on the plane. I've got some microphones and dongles. I've got a few more that are charging, but they will come into this group here with the charging cable. And these will be used for YouTube videos that I'll make in the field. I also have this, which is probably one of the best investments you can make. It's a foldable UK plug on the back. Folds nicely. And it includes 4 plug-in ports for standard AC plug-in, as well as a number of USB ports here of different sizes. Really indispensable. I think this was about $15 or $20 on Amazon. Bought it a few years ago. And yeah, don't leave home without that. I've got a little extra coin pouch here for storing coins I find in the field with that might be a little more delicate. There's some styrofoam in there that holds them in place nicely. I've got a couple of other things that you might not think about normally. I bring a couple of extra plastic bags. Roll them up in a ball, stick them in my bag. They don't take a lot of space or carry a lot of weight. I also bring a little cloth sack here to be able to use at the supermarket every morning. On our tour, each morning, 12 days, we stop at the local supermarket and gather up some things for lunch and other snacks. So rather than having to pay for a bag every day, I just take my reusable one, which is also environmentally friendly. I've also got a few squirt bottles here. On my last trip, I only had one, and it stopped working after the second or third day. So I upgraded to a slightly larger size. I'm taking those with me, and I also have a super backup. This is kind of a squirt bottle. If these things break down, I'll be able to resort to this. But bring them empty, store them in your carry-on, and you'll have no issues. I've got a couple of Band-Aids here just in case. I'll tuck them in somewhere. I've got my Telespin. This is a holder for my cell phone around my neck, which is really handy for recording videos in the field. The hotel rooms that we stay in at the hotel, while the hotel is very nice, the hotel rooms I find have a little less light than I would like. So I've got this little handy light that just plugs into a USB port and will give me some additional lighting in the room to light finds that I might take videos of. Now, boots. I just bought this pair of boots off of Amazon. Not touting any particular brand, but I researched light, waterproof, durable, and this is what came back. It was about $50, $55. It's got this nice zipper on the side, so you don't have to lace and unlace every day. They've got some nice padding on the foot. Wore them for a day or two around the house just to break them in, and they feel quite comfortable. And they're super light, so the soles look strong enough to be able to deal with the pounding of shovels as you're digging the ground. But these will be my everyday go-to boots for most days. I also found these boots here. This is a company called NEOS, which stands for New England Overland Shoe. I went to my local shoe store and was speaking with the owner about what I might need for my trip, and he recommended these, and they were actually fantastic. They're basically a new spin on the old galosh, and I tried them on in store with the sneakers that I'll be wearing on the plane and bringing with me as well to the UK, and they fit comfortably over the sneakers, so I'll be able to wear my sneakers on super rainy days, if we anticipate any of those, which in this part of England, any part of England, you will have to deal with rain at some point over 12 days. So these will slip right over. They've got a little buckle here to snap in. There's some Velcro here, there's Velcro here, and a little tightener back here. So these will be super good. I'll have my sneakers to keep my feet warm. I'll have the galosh to protect me from water in the event that it's a super rainy day. for light showers and so forth, I think these boots will do me well. But if we're expecting any period of prolonged rain, these might come in handy, and they're super light as well. So these will fold up neatly and find a spot in the bag, and will be coming with me to the UK. I also take the instruction manual as well as the instruction manuals for my pinpointers. So I have everything here in case there's any questions as I go through security on any of the items I have. I can share the instruction manuals. I also have this wonderful XP bag, which I got on my last trip at Detective All. This will just roll up, take very little space. It's quite light, but I'll use this every day to pack my equipment to bring it with me to the field, on the van and to the field. And finally, I've got this one little device here, which is just a plastic scraper that I've used for other projects. And this plastic scraper is great for scraping off mud at the end of the day. Again, if we come home from a field where it's a particularly wet, rainy, muddy day, this will be a very useful tool. Now, all of this gear, if everything goes to plan, will fit into a single carry-on bag. It's a roller bag that I got actually as a present from my brother many years ago, and it's lasted probably 20 years. It's quite a durable bag, but I found it perfect, not too large, not too small, for taking this type of arrangement of gear onto a plane as a carry-on. So let's take a look at the bag. And here's the carry-on, nothing fancy, and it's actually been through a lot of miles all around the world. It is a rollerboard, which is convenient. So as I'm walking through the airport, it's easy to bring around. I find that it's a little bit longer than traditional luggage that is sold in stores today for carry-on purposes. But I think a lot of those are sized for more domestic carry-on. But this is actually a very convenient size, lengthwise and widthwise, and it's not too deep. So it meets all the criteria, and I will get all of that equipment into this bag. Okay, well, not everything fit into this bag. The Neos will go into my checked luggage along with my bag, which will fold up, and a couple of extra hats. All of this will fit comfortably in my checked luggage bag, which is quite large. But everything else is here. You might have noticed I put the lithium-ion rechargeable battery here, the 2 pinpointers here, just in case there are any issues going through security. It's easily accessible through the pouch here. This overall weighs about 10 pounds. Quite a feat to get it all in here. I wasn't as neatly organized as I usually am because I was recording, but you get the idea. With a little more patience, I could probably create some additional space here to actually take a few more items. But I'm very happy with this. Hopefully that gives you some idea on how to pack and what to pack for a trip overseas. Oh, and one very important tip: do not pack your hand trowel. If you have a digging tool, do not pack that in your carry-on bag. I've got this stainless steel made in Italy digging tool with serrated edge and a little bit of a point. Obviously, this is a no-no to take in checked or hand-carried luggage. So this will go into the checked luggage with everything else, along with my clothes. And, well, I'm looking forward to a great trip and can't wait to report back to you what I find. Take care. Have a great day. May all your detecting be fantastic. And may all your tones be high tones. We'll see you next time.